Yo, it's the Bootleg Kev Show. Special guests in here. Sixtape 2 is out right now. Two LA legends. Bino Rideaux, the homie Blxst.
Yes,
welcome.
sir.
Welcome, man.
Thank you for having us.
You know what's crazy is like I feel like since the first Sixtape came out, so much has happened for each of you guys. Obviously, Bino, you're on Def Jam now. You put out Outside, which is a crazy body of work. Blxst, you're probably the hottest singer in the game right now.
Man, it's crazy.
I mean, it's like, at least from where I sit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just how you guys feeling, man, with all the growth since the first project, individually, you know?
I just feel like everything coming full circle. Like, it's just reinsurance that I'm on the right path. That's how I look at everything that's been coming my way. And I just know I got a long way to go. So I don't try to fall too deep in the accolades that come along the way.
Right.
Trying to stay focused on the end goal.
How you feeling, Bino?
Honestly, I'm feeling like it's about time. You know what I'm saying? We've been just thugging for so long, holding it down and, you know what I'm saying, taking the slow route. So I feel like to finally, you know what I'm saying, be in this position where we able to, you know, put our shit on display, it's epic, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, dude, it's crazy. Like, each of you guys have just been, you know, the last couple of years just been on a tear. Like how do y'all, like, you know, being friends, you know, you guys are going to be associated together for the rest of your careers. What's it like for each of you to see each other blow up? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's it like to see Blxst become like Blxst? You know what I'm saying? Like, the tour sold out in like a day, I think.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that like? And then you just announced the second show at the Novo, by the way, which is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, how does it feel, though, each of you guys to just see each other? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know for me, it's kind of like, you know, you always question your ear in this music shit. And for me, it's just like, I knew it. You know what I'm saying? Like, back then, just tapping in with bro and, you know what I'm saying, us working. And, you know, I always knew it was something that was you know what I'm saying, real detrimental and essential for the city, you know, and the sound. You know what I'm saying, to represent the West Coast. So I always knew it was there, you know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to see it unfold, for sure.
that's crazy, man. Blxst, how you know, when it came to approaching 6-2 or Sixtape 2, what was like your approach from, like, you know, you just put out an insane EP, insane bonus edition. Yeah. You're on a lot of hooks. You got the Mozzie record going crazy. The Jason Cash record is crazy. I'm sure that there's so much stuff that we haven't heard that's going to be on some big projects as well. But like, what's like your approach when it comes to approaching a collaborative effort as opposed to like kind of what you've been doing the last year and some change?
I mean, for the main thing for me was really just sticking to the script. And what I mean by that is just like knowing what got me here. And I feel like what the people really wanted was a Sixtape Part 2 because that really impacted the city. You know, Bino gave me the alley-oop for people to even know who I was. Like, I'm going to always give him as much credit as I can because who knows, you know. But I feel like my main motive was just making the impact over anything, just being as far as a solo artist. I'd rather make an impact in the city.
Yeah, what about you? Like, you know, you put out a project Outside, which was crazy. He's on it, obviously. But did you approach this any differently than the first tape, or was it kind of like picking back up where y'all left?
I feel like now it was a lot more excitement because, you know, we kind of out the pandemic and, you know, not necessarily out it, but we got a little more freedom and a little more capability to, you know what I'm saying, do what we want to do out here, do a show and really, you know what I'm saying, touch the fans. So I feel like this time around we was juiced up and ready to pop back outside and you could hear it in the music for sure.
Was it tough for each of you guys putting out a project during the pandemic? Because, I mean, I know you did like a pop-up shop and, you know, you guys did things, but like obviously it's not the same, you know, especially in LA because shit is really shut the fuck down. It was at least.
Yeah.
Like what was that? Was that like, how was that? You know what I'm saying? Did you guys feel like, you know, a little disappointed with some of the stuff you weren't able to do, or did you feel like everything was you know, for what it was, you guys maximized?
For me, it was, I ain't gonna lie, it was a little hesitation, you know, but overall, I feel it played in my favor because my music is more like melodic and laid back.
Stuff people can
just
sit
like
with.
R&B type vibes. So I feel like people, could sit with it more. But I wish that shit really was not going down when I dropped that project.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, it is what it is, man. I think we finally kind of on the other side of it. Even though I feel like everybody I know has got COVID in LA right now. It's like the shit came back in the last month.
It's crazy.
It's insane, man. What about on the solo tip? Obviously, what are you working on right now? Because, like I said, man, you're on everything right now, and I know people are wanting like a full length Blxst album.
And right now, I'm just working on being the best live performer. Like, I feel like that's what I've been missing, or what I haven't been giving to people, like that live version of Blxst. So
the tour sold out fast.
Exactly. So I'm trying to just perfect the show and just
rehearsing a lot.
Yeah, rehearsing, trying to work out, get right, get in shape, all that type of shit. Vocal lessons.
Is that the hardest part about performing? Is like getting out of breath?
Man, I don't know what it was about the pandemic, but I be tired.
Nah, for sure. What about you? Like, are you working on your follow-up project outside?
Yeah, I'm working on a few things. I feel like mainly something that I want to do is really tap in with more, LA artists and West Coast artists in general, and kind of build something that we kind of are the foundation for. It seems like now, and branch off of that.
I want to say when Draco was here, he said you guys are working on a project. You and Draco, right?
Yeah.
So there's gonna be a Draco beat. I mean, he said this on camera, just so you know. So it's not like I'm letting the cat.
Yeah.
Like it. But there is a Draco. He played me a couple of songs that aren't out yet, but Draco and Bino is on the way, huh?
The thing about me and Draco, it's like we spend enough time together where it's, if I just jump in the booth and record something here, I'm gonna put a verse on this, and you know what I'm saying, like.
He does things very effortlessly too.
Effortless.
I saw the way, like I was, I always was a fan of like his style because it's so unique. But I really, when I saw him record, I was like, oh, this dude's like an alien.
Yeah.
He just goes in and just talks, and then hits it on. Like I saw one take some shit that was crazy, and I was like, bruh, that was like the most effortless shit I've ever seen like a rapper do. Like,
thanks.
Yo, so is that something that's like official, or is that something you guys are just tossing around that you guys haven't really decided if that's gonna happen or not?
It's something we definitely want to do.
Like, how many records do you guys have together that are not out?
Countless. Like, we got a lot of songs. I couldn't even tell you, bro. It's like we just make that much music to where it's just like we could really drop a couple tapes probably right now if we wanted to.
That's crazy. What about you, Blxst? Let me ask you this question: who's the artist that you have the most songs with in the can that we don't that aren't out?
I would probably say
that isn't Bino.
It would have to be Mozzie. I got a bunch of joints on Mozzie.
Yeah, you and Mozzie, low key, it's like Jay-Z and R. Kelly before shit got weird.
Not R. Kelly.
Nah, for real, like you guys have fucking records, man.
Man.
And that's another project I think of fans would love is a Mozzie Blxst project. That would be crazy.
Yeah, I be seeing that a lot on Twitter. Like Mozzie and Blxst project would be crazy, but shout out Mozzie for sure.
What is it about Mozzie you think that you guys have such a great chemistry?
I just felt like I'm able to step into his world and really like speak on it from like a narrator perspective. And it's mostly just hooks when I collab with him anyway. So I just feel like I'm able to speak on that topic and just give it an overall summary. That's kind of how I look at it in a hook form. But yeah, the chemistry is there for sure.
What was it like, rocking with Russ? Because I feel like a lot of people kind of compare you to Russ in terms of like what you guys bring to the table as an artist. You know what I mean? Like you're like a one-man show. You can record yourself and make the beat and do everything, right? And he's the same way. And you guys put out a crazy record. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that there's more where that came from.
Yeah, I mean, we only did 2 records. I don't think the other one gonna come out. Maybe
it's gonna be one of these random songs he drops because he puts a song out every week.
He be dropping a record every week. His work ethic is crazy. But yeah, shout out Russ. I for sure mirror a lot of stuff he do and follow a couple of shit from his blueprint.
Did you a lot of people kind of question like when you did the Red Bull thing initially, like, wait, this is crazy. Yeah. Like you could sign with anybody.
Right.
Which is true. At the time, you probably could have signed with anybody, right? But it's worked out like amazingly. You know what I'm saying? Is that a relationship we're going to continue with the next project?
Yeah, we talking about that right now. Right now, my deal is, damn near done. But the relationship there is solid. So I really don't see myself going nowhere else. But
And the resources are like limitless.
Yeah, the resources. Yeah.
You get free Red Bull from this guy?
For sure. You see my fridge.
All Red Bull.
What?
Yo, yeah. It's crazy because a lot of people, like, I think, you know, in LA, the scene is probably the best that it's been in a very long time, man, as far as camaraderie is concerned. You know, I was talking to like Jason Cash and a few other guys just about like, you know, everybody in LA, it seems like they fuck with each other, you know, and there's obviously politics that come with a lot of shit, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I feel like you'll see Rucci getting on songs with Kaylin, and you'll see you guys doing a project together, and you're talking about doing a whole joint with Draco. Like, why do you think like now the scene in LA seems so united as to where in the past it felt very divided?
I feel like we seen it work, you know, in other places. You know what I'm saying? We kind of see how they do things, and we talking about, you know what I'm saying, states that have been on top for years now. You know what I'm saying? And we kind of realizing that we stronger together. So I feel like that's really the spark of a lot of collaborations right now in the West.
Like Atlanta's had it for how long? They moved together, something crazy. What do you think, Blasto, from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like it's that young nigga energy. Like we see what he said, like Young Thug, like how he moved like a boss. Like we feel like bosses now, so we gonna run this shit how we want to run it. And shout out to the OGs that paved the way, but you know we got to carry the torch for the next generation. So we seen what they did wrong and right, and now we can add our sauce to it.
You talked about being a boss. Obviously, you got Eagle. Is that like, are both of you guys looking to sign artists, or have you signed any artists, or is that something that's even, you know, you guys are still quote unquote new artists, but you know, you came up under Nipsey, who, you know, obviously laid the blueprint for a lot of shit that a lot of rappers are doing nowadays. Is that something you guys are interested in getting into?
Most definitely. I'm actually working with an artist right now, but it's in the works right now. I want to roll it out the right way for sure. But shout out J Million for sure.
Oh, fire! What do you look for like in an artist? Like if you make that decision to put your stamp on an artist, like what are the qualities, man?
My main thing is just not having to tell somebody what to do, you know, so that natural work ethic and just consistency, and of course talent, of course, but just not having to look
babysit.
over. Yeah, babysit, exactly. And I feel like that's what I want him around me.
Smart, man. Yeah, it's tough because, you know, you have an artist that has all the talent in the world.
Yeah.
But unless they're told what to do, they're just going to sit at home and play NBA 2K or Call of Duty or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah. Shout out the artist again. What were you saying? J Million?
J Million.
Okay. From out here?
Yeah.
That's crazy. How excited are you? You know, you got 2 shows at the Novo. First one sold out quick. Are you going to be doing any tour shit? Because, you know, his tours got announced. Are you going to be doing a Bino tour?
Yeah, I feel like it's only right to kind of follow up with a tour. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say too much about it, but coming to a city near you for sure.
And how excited are you to finally do, like, because you've been doing some club shit.
Yeah.
You've been doing, like, some radio shit, but
Right.
This is, like, your shit.
Nah, yeah, it's fire, especially like when they know your words, it's a different type of feeling. So I can't wait to see that they know my words in New York, like, because I definitely wasn't expecting that. And I feel like that energy give you the motivation to go back and make some crazier shit. So
They always say, well, you say you never heard a whack blast song, right? In your opinion, what's your worst song, though?
that's out.
That's out. What is your worst song? Like, what's your least favorite blast song?
I couldn't even tell you. It'll have to be
Because they're all fire.
It'll have to be like the first song I ever put out, and we're not gonna speak on that.
He's like, I don't need people looking that shit up on YouTube.
Now, if you know, you know. It's still up too. I don't know how to get access to that YouTube account, but that motherfucker is up there for sure.
It's still up, like, under your name, too?
I don't know.
We should find it.
You're gonna have to do your
Can
research.
we pull this up?
Absolutely
No.
not.
Nah. What about you? Like, you know, just talk about growth, Bino, because I feel like you've come a long way just as an artist in the last, like, 3 or 4 years. Like, you feel like you're finally hitting your stride?
For sure. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it's the start of something great. I feel like, you know, I spent years, you know what I'm saying, under Nip and just, you know, following that energy and picking up, you know what I'm saying, after bro. And to be here now and see us doing it and see, you know, a lot of the similar situations I seen bro in, it's like, it's crazy. And, you know, I just want to run this shit the right way and come correct.
What situations, you know, that you saw him go through that you've kind of gone through yourself now?
I just mean, you know what I'm saying, all the lights, just having to do shit like this, come here and talk to you, you know what I'm saying? Like, me being able to control my narrative and really put it out there, you know what I'm saying, what I want to represent and how I'm coming. It's a lot of pressure, you know what I'm saying? We hold a lot of weight on our shoulders, but it's the beauty of it, I feel like.
Yo, it's crazy because if you think about Nip and like the people who he kind of helped bring along, like yourself, Jay Stone, Roddy Ricch was somebody who Nip really, you know, the first time I met Roddy was with Nip, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how like even through his death, like if you look at LA's hip hop scene, he's still living, you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. And shout out to DJ VIP too, who's Nip's DJ, who's now your official DJ too, which is dope, man.
Shout out Vip.
Has he taken you snowboarding yet?
Nah, he always telling me come out there, but
that boy love that snowboarding, man. I just told him when he came out, I said, yo, what do you do during the summer? There's no snow. What do you do in your free time? He's like, God. I bought dirt bikes. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right.
X Games shit, crazy shit.
Hey, interrupting the interview to tell you about our good friends at Odd Socks. Now, as you can see, I always have my Odd Socks on, baby. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, shout out to my bony ass knees. Listen, go to oddsocksofficial.com. They got all the craziest socks. These are the outsiders. You know what I'm saying? They got SpongeBob. They got Cheech and Chong. Listen, Breaking Bad, Godfather, whatever you need, they got it. And now they have underwear. That's right. You can get your Odd Socks underwear. The boxer briefs are the best underwear that you could ever fit on your ass. Trust me when I tell you. These are Chucky draws. What you know about top ramen underwear, all right? Go to oddsocksofficial.com. Use the keyword Bootleg Kev at checkout, and you'll save 20% off of your order. Underwear, masks, slippers, socks, whatever you need, they got it. Oddsocksofficial.com. Keyword Bootleg Kev at checkout. Save 20%. It's crazy because Blxst, a lot of people look at you as a new artist, but you know, I was like talking with Jason Cash, and he was telling me that you guys, like, I think the first time you guys ever hung out and did music together was like 08 or 09 or some shit.
Yeah, it was a minute ago because I knew him through my younger cousins in Carson. Like, I used to go out there to their crib, and they went to high school with Jason Cash, so I've been knowing him for a minute now.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because like the persistence, the dedication it takes to like do music for that long, and like barely get popping a decade into this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, was there ever a point in time where you were like on the fence about doing this shit? Because, you know, at the end of the day, you got to pay your bills. You got to have, you got to put a roof over your head, and this music shit, until it ain't it. You know what I mean?
In the back of my head, I felt like I always knew it was possible. But when I had my son, I knew I had to turn it up. Like, I had to think of different ways. How can I monetize it now? And because at first it was just the love of it, you know, like I just enjoyed creating shit. But now I had to like visualize how can I make it an actual business and make it bigger than just me, something I can pass down to my son. And that moment.
What was, like, in your opinion, like a moment for you that kind of changed everything? I feel like the Get Right With It beat was a you know, I think that was probably the first. Yeah,
that was for sure like one of the first moments that people start paying attention to my name as far as a producer in the city.
Cause like, well, how did you guys meet? Cause you guys obviously didn't come up together. So how did you guys initially meet?
I heard that song, and I'm like, I asked Kalen, I'm like, bro, who made this? He put me on, so I'm like, link me.
You need some more of this. And then you was like, oh, you could sing.
Yeah. he just sent the song. He didn't even tell me, like, yeah, bro, I sing too. He just sent the song with some vocals on there. Turned out to be savage.
Crazy. Yeah. Was that hard for you too to like, because you know when you're a producer, you don't want to be like, I'm the producer who makes music, because the artist might look at you kind of crazy if you're whack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Coming into the game as like a producer, you know, was that something where it was like you were kind of picking and choosing like who you let hear your shit?
But it's kind of funny though, because I don't really look at myself. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how other people look at me, but I look at myself like an artist that produces, like kind of like a J. Cole.
Right, right.
Like he not heavily known for producing, but he got them accolades under his belt, you know, and that's kind of how I want to move. Like, if you know, you know.
Are you still making beats for other people? Like not that shit that you're not even on. Are you still like sending packs out?
Yep.
Any stuff that might be coming or any?
Yeah, I got some crazy shit in the works for sure.
Can you give us a little?
Not at all.
Not at all. Has there been Blxst? Have you done a hook recently that you were like a little nervous because of who it was for?
Yeah. I feel I'm my biggest critic, bro. Anything I send to anybody, I'm always second guessing myself. But I like it that way because I'm never perfect, but I'm always striving for perfection, But yeah, it's always like that. I'm always like, damn, is they gonna fuck with it or they not gonna fuck with it?
Who can you let us know? Not who you've worked with, but like who's reached out to you that has let you know that they're a fan of what you do. This for both of y'all too. That kind of was like a big deal to you. You know what I'm saying? Like
few people. Off the top of my head, the latest one I could think of is like Rick Ross. Him tapping in, just being in the same room with him. I didn't even know he was, that.
He was like up on your shit.
Yeah, so that was a shocker for sure.
Drake lives in LA. Has Drake tapped in?
Nah, Drake ain't tapped in.
That's gotta be inevitable. He lives here.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
It's gotta happen, man. What about you? Who's somebody who's just reached out to you like just as like a fan that you were like, oh, this shit crazy?
Sheesh. I'll probably say the craziest for me. He didn't exactly reach out. He was just kind of sliding to my shit. It was Brian.
LeBron James?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He was sliding to me and J Stone. Shit, shout out J Stone. But you feel me? When he in the back of that whip and
he's listening to your shit.
Oh man, that's tough.
It's like
LeBron James.
LeBron low-key like an A&R. I ain't gonna lie.
LeBron is definitely A&R. And he be listening to the most wide. He'll be listening to LA shit. Then he'll be listening to like Freddie Gibbs or Griselda.
For sure.
Like he's super. He's supposed to do an album. That's what they're saying. He's gonna do like a DJ Khaled style project where he just A&Rs.
That'll be fire. I ain't gonna lie. Cause I feel like he got the ear for it for sure.
Platinum.
Did y'all see Space Jam 2?
Yeah, I just seen that shit.
I ain't seen the shit. Don't tell me nothing.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
I thought it was entertaining, which is kind of what it was supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're going into Space Jam 2 thinking it's gonna be like an Academy Award winning like fucking movie, like you're like, yo, it's just an entertaining movie for children and LeBron James is in it. You know what I'm saying?
Type shit.
Yeah.
You seen it?
I ain't seen it shit.
Get HBO Max. It's free.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh yeah, I got that.
I just watched that shit at the crib. Just threw that shit on. Is there any sort of like timeline for you guys when it comes to the follow up for this? Because I know we're waiting for your full length album. We're waiting on a new project from you. Do you think we're gonna get both of those before the end of the year?
I'm not sure. I couldn't even tell you that, especially with me about to go on tour. It's a bunch of shows I'm finna do. I'm always creating, but to put out a body of work, especially at this moment, is very pivotal. Like it gotta be
because everyone's watching.
Yeah, like this is the moment where you gotta really
deliver.
Lock in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take my time with it.
It's kind of like your Kendrick moment. Like Kendrick got the cosign. Section 80 came out. It was cool, but we were all waiting to see what Good Kid, Mad City sounded like.
Oh man.
Dre co-signed him on the radio. Game passed him the tour. I feel like that's your position right now.
That's tough. Yeah.
Are you finding yourself experimenting with any like different sonics like on the new shit?
Yeah, for sure. And mainly because I feel like people kind of predict what I'm gonna do or how I'm gonna come. So the new shit I've been doing, like it's not too far away. Of course, I'm gonna stick to what I know, but I've been leveling up for sure.
Have you been seeking any outside production at all, or are you just keeping it all?
Yep. I had locked in with Mike and Keys recently just to get a different feel. And also, the artist that I told you about, Jay Million, he produced as well, and he play a bunch of instruments. So that's just been, leveling up the whole sound. What
about your album for the end of the year?
Possibly. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the goal after this is to, obviously keep it going, with class and, you know what I'm saying, respectfully. Yeah. However that is, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's going to be the album or a mixtape or what, you know what I'm saying? But we gonna keep it going for sure.
You obviously learning so much from Nip, man. Is there anything like on the entrepreneurial side you're getting involved in? Because he's kind of laid the blueprint for a lot of this generation. You know what I'm saying? What to do when it comes to just having a bunch of eggs in different baskets besides the music shit.
For sure, yeah. I say the biggest thing, that I want to continue, per se from Nip is just the community, like different outlets outside of music, just to promote growth and wellness, you feel me? Just within ourselves, bro, just all generations. I feel like it's necessary for someone, able to step in and kind of play that role.
Fire. Blxst, you're on a lot of big festivals coming up.
Yes, sir.
Day in Vegas. You're on Rolling Loud, right?
Yeah,
Miami.
Rolling Loud, Miami.
I heard you guys have a party Friday. Is this true?
Yeah, we throwing a day party in Miami for sure.
All right, I gotta fall through. I'm gonna be out there. But are you what? Because you're on some pretty crazy lineups.
Facts.
Pretty wild lineups. Which lineup did you see that you were like, oh, I need to watch this shit? Like, because you're on some pretty crazy.
What lineup did I see that I'm on?
Yeah, that you're on, where you're like, man, we might need to just go be on some fan shit for this.
I would say the Her Festival is coming up. It's gonna be in Oakland, Turn the Lights On Festival, but it's hosted by Erykah Badu and Her. So as soon as I seen Erykah Badu, I'm like, yeah, I gotta come with some shit. I ain't coming regular. I gotta have a live band, background singers, background dancers.
Yeah, you know that festival, everyone's gonna have the live band.
Yeah, for sure.
Erykah Badu's crazy live too.
I'm already knowing. And Her, she crazy live. I seen her early on at the Observatory. I'm a big fan of her.
Let me ask you for LA, like, why did you decide to do the Roxy? Well, you're doing it multiple times, right?
Yeah.
You probably could have did like the Novo like him, or
I don't know. I just wanted to keep it humble. I really didn't have no expectations until after we saw it. I mean, I really didn't have no expectations, period. But for the most part, like as far as the agency, it was just the dates didn't align with the tour, so the Roxy was the perfect fit to keep the tour in the same route.
How many days are you doing at the Roxy?
Doing 2 days.
2. You could probably do like 8.
You crazy.
I'm being serious. There's like 500 people there, right? It's like small in there.
Yeah.
It's hot as fuck at the Roxy. I mean, you've been there, you know.
Yeah, that shit fire.
Well, look, man, the project is out. Great timing for the summertime. Great body of work. I think it's that. Which song are you guys noticing is like the one that's like getting the TikToks moving or getting some love in the club? Is there like one record that's kind of standing out right now on Sixtape 2? Or is it just the whole project's getting love?
That bitch going. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just hearing the same thing from everybody. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta let it play.
Front to back.
No skips.
No skips, man.
Skips, yeah.
Look, the album is out. Go get it. Well, mixtape, whatever we're calling it. Hopefully you and Draco put a project out.
Okay, that incredible record go crazy. So I look forward to that.
You said you were tapping in with a bunch of LA artists. Who else in LA do you have a bunch of shit with?
I wouldn't say a bunch of shit, but I'll say some names y'all need to get familiar with. Airplane James.
Fire.
Sham going crazy. Shout out Asia. The list goes on. Blue Bucks Clan. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of dope LA artists everybody need to tap in with for sure.
I felt like it would have been criminal had you have not made the freshman cover. Talk about the freshman thing.
I don't feel like that. I feel like it was early, honestly. But like I said before, like the music speaks, you know, and that's just what I live by. But I really felt like it was too early for me to be on.
You think so?
Yeah. Maybe like next year or something after the next project, but the staff, like, they showed dumb love when I met with them, and they was a fan of the music over everything, and I appreciate that. They still hold that integrity there. Like, they get a lot of flack, but it's a couple of artists on there that I was like, damn, they really tapped in. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I feel like the XXL always gets the East Coast bias.
Yeah.
When it comes to like every time I see the cover, it's like, but you know, I feel like with all the noise coming out of LA, it feels like it's finally like you said, you're about to go see a bunch of kids in New York sing along to your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Roddy had one of the biggest albums ever. You know what I mean? I feel like shit's finally starting to kind of come this way, man, again. So it's a good look. Well, like, I appreciate y'all